Jake Reaper Sullivan never imagined a routine ride home would become the most emotional night of his life. A small girl emerged from the crowd, trembling, crying, refusing to let him leave. When she began pulling him urgently toward an alley, the biker sensed something was terribly wrong. What he discovered in the darkness left him breathless: a heartbreaking fight for survival, a mother's silent plea, a determination so pure it would bring him to his knees. The sun hung low, casting amber shadows across downtown. The biker adjusted his leather vest, ready to head home after hours at the garage. But then he noticed a small figure, a girl no more than 8 years old with tangled dark hair and glistening eyes. Her clothes were worn and dirty, her face smudged with grime. He killed the engine and swung off his bike. "Hey kiddo, you okay? Where's your folks?" The child didn't run. She walked toward him, trembling, and let out the softest whimper, pure desperation. He crouched down. "Where's your parents, little one?" The girl spun around, took hurried steps toward a dark alley, then stopped, looking back. She tugged at his vest with surprising urgency. "Please help. Mama needs help, please." Those words hit him like a punch. This wasn't a lost child. "All right. Show me where." She grabbed his hand and pulled him past shuttered storefronts deeper into the industrial district. They approached a narrow alley between crumbling warehouses. "In there?" he asked. She nodded frantically. "Mama, she's sick. She won't wake up right." His heart dropped. He pulled out his phone flashlight and stepped into the alley. The beam revealed scattered debris. Then he heard it, a weak cough followed by labored breathing. The girl dropped to her knees beside a crude shelter. "Mama, I brought help. I brought someone good, just like you said." His light fell on a woman, rail thin, pale as moonlight, lips cracked and bleeding. Young, maybe late 20s, though hardship had aged her. This was someone at death's door. The woman's eyes fluttered open, glassy and unfocused. When her gaze found her daughter's face, something shifted, a flicker of desperate maternal love. The biker knelt closer. The woman's breathing came in short, rattling gasps. He touched her forehead, burning with fever. "How long has she been like this?" 3 days. Maybe 4. She stopped eating 2 days ago. Stopped drinking yesterday. She told me to go find someone good. Tears pricked his eyes. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Lily. And that's my mama, Grace." "Okay, Lily. I'm Reaper. I know it's a scary name, but I'm one of the good guys, and I'm going to do everything I can for your mama." He wrapped his vest around the woman's shoulders. "Grace, can you hear me? Your daughter needs you. Can you fight a little longer?" The woman's eyes found his. He saw everything: the shame, the desperate love, the exhaustion, and underneath a flicker of hope. "Lily, I'm going to carry your mama out of here. Stay close to me." When he lifted her, the shock of how light she was hit him hard. She weighed almost nothing. "I've got you, Grace. Your daughter didn't give up on you, and neither am I." He called his club brother. "Tommy. 5th and Morrison now. Emergency. Bring my truck." "What's going on, brother?" "No time. Just get here. 5 minutes." Tommy's truck arrived and they rushed to County General. In the back seat, the biker held the woman close. Lily cried softly beside them. "You're doing great, Grace. Just hold on a little longer." At the hospital, he charged through the doors. "I need help. She's not breathing right. She's dying." The medical team swarmed. An oxygen mask IVs. The gurney began moving. Lily tried to follow, but a nurse held her back. "No, Mama. Mama." The biker pulled her into his arms. She collapsed against his chest, sobbing. "She's going to be okay. They're taking care of her now." An older nurse approached. "Are you family?" He looked down at Lily, clinging to him. "Yeah, we're family." Hours crawled by. Lily curled in his lap, finally asleep. A memory surfaced. He was 8 years old, sitting in a waiting room, waiting for news about his own mother dying while his father drank. Young Jake had sat alone, terrified, with no one to hold him. His mother had died that night. His father had blamed him. For years he'd carried that weight, believing he was broken, unworthy of love. He'd built walls, joined the club, convinced himself that solitude was strength. But looking down at this child who'd placed her trust in a stranger, who'd refused to give up on her mother, he realized how wrong he'd been. Strength was about showing up when someone needed you. A tear slipped down his cheek. He bent over Lily and wept silently for the child he'd been, for the mother he'd lost, for the little girl who might lose hers. Please, don't take her mother. This kid deserves better. Footsteps approached. A doctor knelt in front of them. The biker shook Lily awake. Lily, honey, the doctor's here. Mama. The doctor smiled gently. Your mama is very, very sick, but she's stable now. We got her here just in time. She has a long recovery ahead, but with treatment, she should recover fully. Can I see her? Soon. She's sleeping now. Relief washed over him. Lily burst into tears of joy. See, your mom is a fighter, he said. You saved her. He shook his head. No, kiddo. You saved her. You were the brave one. What happens now? Where do we go? The question hit him hard. Something fierce surged inside him. You're not going back to that alley. And they're not taking you away from your mama. I'll figure something out. I promise. The biker spent every spare moment at the hospital. Lily had been placed in emergency foster care, but he made sure she could visit daily, and he was there for every visit. Grace remained in intensive care for the first week. He sat by her bedside, talking to her even when she couldn't respond. On the 5th day, Grace woke up. Who? He moved to her bedside. Easy, you're in the hospital. You're safe. Lily's safe. Where is she? At school. She's okay. She's been here every day. She found me. Led me to you. Saved your life. Grace closed her eyes, tears streaming. My brave girl. The bravest. She looked at him again. Why did you help us? Because someone should have helped me when I was her age, and no one did. Because your daughter looked at me like I was her last hope, and I couldn't walk away. Grace reached out a weak hand and he took it. Thank you for not walking away. Over the following weeks, he learned their story. Grace had lost everything: job, apartment, hope. She'd sent Lily out as a desperate last act. Find someone good. As Grace grew stronger, the biker saw the fear when doctors mentioned discharge. Where would they go? One evening, he pulled her aside. I have an idea. Hear me out. When Grace was discharged 3 weeks later, he was there with his truck. He'd cleaned out his spare room, bought a bed, hung curtains. Club brothers had donated clothes and toys. I can't accept this. It's too much. It's not charity. It's a hand up. You get back on your feet, find a job, save up, then you move on. But until then, you and Lily have a safe place. Can I really stay here? Lily asked. He crouched to her level. If your mama says it's okay. Grace looked between her daughter's hopeful face and his uncertain one. She saw something in this rough man. Fierce protectiveness, gentleness beneath armor, a soul that understood pain. Okay. But I'll pay you back every cent. No rush. The first weeks were an adjustment. Grace insisted on cleaning, determined to contribute. Lily filled the apartment with laughter and questions. Slowly, they found a rhythm. Grace started applying for jobs. He taught Lily to ride a bike in the parking lot. They cooked dinners together, crowded in his small kitchen, sharing stories. Some nights after Lily went to bed, he and Grace would sit on the couch talking. She told him about her dreams, about wanting to return to nursing school, about the guilt of not being able to provide. He told her about his childhood, about the loneliness he'd never admitted, about how he'd stopped believing good things could happen to people like him. And every morning he woke up to the smell of coffee and Lily's cartoons and felt something he hadn't felt in decades. He felt like he belonged. 3 months later, Grace landed a job at a medical clinic. She cried when she got the call, and he found himself crying too, proud in a way he'd never experienced. Lily began to thrive. At her new school, she made friends, brought home drawings for his fridge. The trauma slowly faded, replaced by the safety of knowing she was protected. The club brothers noticed the change in him. He smiled more, laughed easier. They teased him for going soft, but he could see the respect in their eyes. But as Grace talked about saving for their own place, about not imposing forever, he felt a tightness in his chest. Why did the thought of them leaving feel like losing everything that mattered? One Saturday morning, Lily climbed into his lap. "When we move out, will I still see you?" "Of course. Anytime. I don't want to move out. I like living with you." Later, Grace sat across from him. "We need to talk about what this is. Lily is getting attached. I'm getting attached. If this is temporary, I need to prepare." "It's not obligation." "Then what is it?" He paced. "I don't want you to leave. I just didn't think you'd want to stay. Not with someone like me." "Someone who risked everything for strangers? Who opened his home? You're exactly the father Lily needs. You're the man I never thought I'd find." He pulled her in. "I love you, both of you. I know it's fast, but I love you." "I love you too," from the other room. "Are you guys going to kiss?" "So we're staying forever." Grace nodded through tears. "Yeah, kiddo. Forever." Lily shrieked with joy as he spun her around. And in that moment, he understood. Family wasn't about blood. It was about choosing each other every single day. That night, after Lily fell asleep, they sat in quiet closeness. "I never thought I'd feel safe again," she whispered. "Or that Lily would have this, a home, a father who loves her, a future. I never thought I'd feel whole. I didn't know what I was missing until you. We saved each other, didn't we?" "Yeah, we did." The little girl who had once followed a stranger out of desperation had found a family. The mother who prayed her daughter would survive finally had an answer. And the biker who believed he was unworthy of love discovered the truth. Sometimes the smallest, most desperate cry leads to the biggest miracle. They weren't just survivors anymore. They were home.